What's up, guys? This is Alex, aka Faluka, here with my team builder for week 6 of season 3 of the NES against Super Nerd and the Seattle Wingulls. As you can see, as always, my team is on the left, his is on the right. His team is Excelgor, Cryogonal, Victini, Rotom Wash, Nidoking, Mega Altaria, Skarmory, Umbreon, Conkeldurr, Gramble, and Cofagrigus. As you can see, it's a very bulky team. He's got a very, very bulky team. It's not super fast. I know it's kind of odd considering Excelgor outspeeds everything on my team. But Excelgor at 140, Cryogonal at 105, then you have Victini at 100, and then everything else is like 80 or below. Actually, I guess 85. Rotom's 86. But you get my point. I have a lot more speed than he does. And the speed he does have, I'm not super worried about. I don't think Excelgor really does much to me, so I don't know why you would bring it other than maybe the final Gambit something. And Cryogonal, other than being a spinner, I mean, it outspeeds Garchomp, but I mean, other than that, I don't really know what it's doing to me. So I don't really see them being that big of a bring. So the fastest thing on his team is Victini. So I do think he's going to rely on Scarfers. I do, or at least a setup like a Mega Altaria could have Dragon Dance. It's entirely possible. I do think there's going to be two things that are either Scarfed, or he's going to have one Scarfer and DD Altaria, just to kind of counteract my speed. So with that in mind, I do have speed control on the brain for this week's match. You'll see I'm not bringing rocks, and with a big threat like Victini, which is, takes 25% coming in on rocks, that might be a mistake, but I just really couldn't fit it in on this team, and you'll see why when we get to it. But anyway, let's quickly jump into what we have. So first up, we have Paul, our physically defensive Slowbro this week, rocking out Scald, Thunderwave, Flamethrower, and Slack Off. I'm actually running a recovery move this week on Silver. I haven't done that yet. Again, Thunderwave to kind of help control speed. I'm bringing this thing because it is a good check to his physical mons. Conkeldurr and Victini, I resist V-Creates, which is a big deal. Resist most of Conkeldurr's moves. I'm not running Psyshock, which is debatable for Conkeldurr. I kind of wish I had it, but I do want the recovery. I don't want to have to rely on Regenerator this week. I can't status Nidoking with this set, which is a big, proponent, a big one of his potential Scarfers. So I am going to have to play around that. I am going to have to be smart about that, but I figured I could resist his two biggest physical attackers' stabs, and I'm neutral to Altaria's stabs, so hopefully we can make this work. It can be nice and bulky, throw off some Thunder Waves to status him down, and then just kind of maybe hope for hacks and heal up and kind of wear him down. Next up, we have Koga, our newly acquired Golbat with Super Fang, Roost, Defog, and U-Turn. Running specially defensive this week. Don't really know why I'm going specially defensive, other than having something to switch into Nidokings. No, not really. Why am I running specially defensive? You know what? We might change this. Are we going to change this? We'll leave it for now. I'll figure that out after I finish recording. But as you can see, pretty standard set. I'm running the Super Fang because of the Skarmory. That's also why I'm running Defog, and it's also why I'm bringing this thing in the first place. I am running the Infiltrator in case he does have something that wants to sub up on me. Sub DD Mega Altaria is not a bad set. So that is why we have that. I think actually this is my check for Special Altaria, one of them. Because I resist Fairy, and its Fire Stab isn't going to do anything to me. I got the Roost for the recovery, and then U-Turn to swap out of everything I can't touch. Next up, we have Cynthia, who's going to be our Scarfer this week. Rocking out with Earthquake, Poison Jab, Fire Blast, and Dragon Claw. I'm running enough speed to outspeed a Scarfed Victini. Everything else I'm not really worried about. I'm not worried about a Scarf Excelgor or a Cryogonal. If he is running Scarf Excelgor, it will be a final Gambit set, and we should have more health than him with this set, I believe. Actually, that's a good thing to check. That's a good thing to check. Let us see real quick. I know this is really bad for him, but let's see, if we make this thing level 50, and we give it max HP, oh, it actually, ooh, maybe I should be running rocks. Oh no. But anyway, oh no, that's bad. But again, I'm not super worried about that. If that is his move, that's one mod he's not going to have on his team. And yeah, I'll be able to take care of stuff. But as you can see with my coverage, I hit pretty much everything on his team super effective. I'm running Fire Blast for the Skarmory, have Poison Jab for the Altaria and the Granbull, Earthquake for pretty much everything else, and Dragon Claw just because it's another move to put on there for things I don't hit super effective. Next up, we're running a support Bolt this week. I'm kind of debating the special attack EVs. I might change that up, but you can see we're running with the leftover set Volt Absorb, Substitute Baton Pass, Volt Switch, and Thunder Wave. Again, worried about speed control. I'm running enough speed to outspeed a Cryogonal, which is the fastest thing I can outspeed without a Scarf, because I can't outspeed a Selgor. Main point of this, again, status things, and then try and substitute Baton Pass into something else, or just Volt Switch out. Kind of using this as a pivot, and maybe trying to get some of my bigger threats in with the substitute up. Next up, we have Beyonce. Beyonce, our Mega Diancie, rocking Moonblast, Earth Power, Dynastorm, and Protect. I'm running Protect because I'm going to lead with this to get up my Magic Bounce, so I don't have to worry about Skarmory as much. It also allows me to scout out things, maybe kind of scout for Scarfers like Victini or Nidoking, and then it's running enough speed to hit everything else. I originally had Rock Polish instead of Protect because, again, I wanted to try and sweep with it, but I figured I outspeed everything that isn't Scarf naturally with this, except for Excelgor. Again, I'm not super worried about Excelgor. Coming, I don't think it's that good of a bring. And then just the Protect allows me to scout and make sure I get Magic Bounce out so I can maybe minimize the amount of hazards that Skarmory can set. And last but not least, we have Colossus, our Assault Vest, holding Registeel, Iron Head, Counter, Earthquake, and Ice Punch. This is just a huge wall for his team. I really stopped Special Nidoking with this. Even Earth Powers aren't going to be doing that much to me, and I can Earthquake or Ice Punch back. I really wanted the Assault Vest, and now that I'm actually looking at it, like I might just go full. No, because Altaria can have Earthquake, so we'll run this mixed set because it really stops a lot of. This is a hard check to both forms of Altaria. It really helps me with Nidoking. And because I'm running the Assault Vest is why I could not work Stealth Rocks onto this set. I could, I guess, run Rocks on Cynthia, but I'd rather try and, maybe use Magic Bounce to abuse the Skarmory. But anyway, that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you think about this team. I'm not super confident with it, but I do think if we play right, we will be able to get a win against Nerd, who does have a better record than us. If we 3-0 him, we'll tie our records perfectly. So let's hope for that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, and have a good one. Bye.